Okay, here we go for Battle Arena 2015, casted by me, alone this time, and we will have to split it up into two parts. One would be the champion select, and the second one would be the game itself. We got a lot of changes going on lately with patch 4.21. Obviously, new season, a lot of changes, a lot of like champions that rose to the challenge, I guess. And already some interesting bands coming out. Nidalee in particular. I mean, Riven Yasuo pretty standard. Olaf also very interesting band. Maybe someone knows something that I don't know. And Thresh Morgana, standard support bands. Let's see what we'll get for picks. Or nothing at all, I guess. Aurelia picked up. Interesting. Saw her quite a lot in the jungle lately, but I don't know. I guess this will be top lane Aurelia. And then we see Caitlyn and maybe Karma. Also interesting. Let's see. Yeah. Hmm. Karma, Caitlyn, obviously strong poke lane, especially level 1. Okay, here we see Talon and Lulu been hovered over. Obviously Lulu pretty good flex pick, though it might be support here since they already have mid and top. I don't expect Jungle Lulu, despite having seen that I think in the promotion tournament before Christmas. I think someone in Europe played it, Jungle Lulu. Yeah, so Talon for mid lane with teleport, interesting. Um, Maybe they're gonna swap things around. We don't know that. Vi and Renekton seems to be the next choice. Haven't seen Renekton for quite some time now in top lane. Since his well, he wasn't touched at all, I think. But still, like, other top laners got through. Let me see. Renekton. Wiki. And then Amumu, the famous Amumu for jungling. I don't know how strong he is right now. I gotta say, jungling got pretty hard, at least early. And obviously Amumu always had trouble, like, for at least the first or maybe even first and second clear. Yeah. But I guess, like, I think I know that Stigma is a like, decent Amumu player, to say the least, so guess you know what to do. How do I... What is this? Okay, so let's see, Renekton. Yeah, Vi obviously pretty strong gank pressure. Lux in the mid lane versus Talon. Well, that's gonna be a tough matchup for Lux, I guess. Let's see, patch history. There we go. 4.5 he was touched. And his tankiness was reduced, so then we saw a lot of tank top laners obviously afterwards. Let's see. Well, top lane, I think, like, Irelia versus Renekton. I guess it's a skill matchup, but I don't know for sure. Haven't seen those two for quite some time now. And then mid lane would be, yeah, Talon versus Lux. I guess it would go in favor of Talon, but we'll see. Since the silence got removed, like LeBlanc's. Obviously he lost a little bit of power, but yeah. And then Jinx and Lulu for bot lane should also be pretty strong early. And yeah, obviously Jinx with the better late game potential. Interestingly, Aurelia opted for teleport instead of ignite, and Renekton chose ignite, so I guess Renekton might have some kill pressure. It depends on how Renekton builds though. Renekton pretty versatile in what you can build him in. You can go like Tiamat and maybe Hydra or something like that. Brutalizer. Go the offensive route, try to get kills, but then you're obviously pretty vulnerable in ganks. And Aurelia Amumu should make quite a good ganking duo, even though Renekton has his slice and dice. But then again, also like Vi, obviously pretty good ganking pressure onto Aurelia. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so gonna cut this now into the game itself. Okay, here we go for the game itself. Obviously, I will need to do camera work as well now. Maybe just let it do the directed camera. Champions.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay, starting items, interesting. Yeah, Aurelia went for glass, and they're gonna face check the burst, but it's 2 versus 4 at this point, so let's see what they can do. nothing happened.
"30 seconds until minions spawn."
Good paying attention though. See where the junglers want to start. Vi went back, and Amumu obviously wants to start with a Gromp. No idea how all these new jungle creeps are called. And just know Gromp. And then there's
Minions have spawned.
And why you want to do that obviously is because if you smite them, which you should do at level 1, I know it's like pretty unusual because you want to smite the big one, but you get like quite good bonuses by smiting, or you get bonuses by smiting camps. And if you smite a camp, like it has an individual bonus. So if you smite the Gromp, like Amumu will do probably here, I guess. Yeah. He does bonus magic damage to his attacks, which is pretty good. So, yeah, Vi obviously did the same thing on the other side, which means they will end up on opposite sides after their first clear. If you smite the Crocs, the big Croc, early, you will stun jungle minions every 5th attack or something like that, which is also pretty good because like they can't do in the meantime, so they can't do damage to you, and you can do damage to them, which is good. If you smite the wolves, like the old wolves, you'll get like a little like moving oracle or moving ward, which will protect you from invades, I guess. Gives you vision and runs like follows the jungler if he is invading. And if you smite the old wraith, you will have one stack of something that notifies you if you run through an enemy ward, and so you know, oh, I just got spotted, I don't need to waste time here, or they might like push me in or something like that. Something interesting is Karma started with an ancient coin, where I thought Karma would be like one of the primary examples for getting the Spell Thief's edge, just because she's a mage and she does pretty good poke. Also, she has speed up in her shield, I think. Yeah, but maybe it's for the team or something like that to catch a detail later. Obviously the coin or then the talisman is always a solid option. The gank now happening in mid lane. Lands, but Talon is not following up. Maybe at cooldowns or something like that. Yeah. No. Oh yeah, and looks burn flash, which is hard to keep track of everything. Double flash used, and they get killed on the Lulu. It's a pretty heavy fight in the top lane. Irelia almost burned all of her potions and blast sets. She should be more careful when last hitting, because like when she the flash and the engage, but this might will he get away though? I don't know. It's tough. And Aurelia also got the assist, so it's pretty worth. Yeah, what Aurelia did was she wanted to farm the creep, and then she like couldn't wait until it was like really below the turret. So she queued in and got a ton of minion damage, like relatively. Obviously, it's not that much, but in the early stages, it's pretty huge. So should have probably waited a little bit further. Down here we see an invade by Vi, trying to catch Amumu. Is he aware though? No, he isn't, but he's a level up. Still by a lot of stronger early game, and Cross obviously also doing damage. I don't even know who got it. is roaming there, which was a pretty good reaction. So, and Talon was also coming down. Good job by bot lane. Always helpful to, if you catch someone to help. Okay. Another new thing is how you, like, how the jungle items change. Yeah. Okay. That looks pretty brutal. Back. We can. Yeah, he had a lot of damage and tried to get the farm. Well, I guess, what's wrong? Anything happened in the meantime? Okay. Oh, Irelia died. Ah, might be too much. Oh, she overextended way too much there. Yeah, that was a pretty easy kill. Let's see, I'm just gonna speed this up, I guess. Yeah, if we have some time, I'm gonna start with the jungle items. Vi tries to make up, I guess, for giving a kill to Jinx by evading there. Ooh, barely got away, Karma. But Talon's also there. And gets the kill, but now he has to get out. They should try to help him, like go through the blue buff and help him. Obviously in a pretty bad spot right now. I guess he would have, like, would have made the escape if he went to blue buff. But that didn't happen. Okay. Yeah, blue buff for Lux is pretty huge. Lux also went for like only a second torrent and then for the blasting one to get more burst, I guess. And when you get blue buff, that's totally fine. I don't know, like I played Lux a while ago and I was, because everyone is building Morellonomicon now, which doesn't give you as much mana as at least the older scenes. Obviously they changed that as well. So I was pretty like mana dependent or blue buff dependent. We were also going over to Talon, who opted for ability. I'm not sure if I like that in this situation. I know it's like pretty good if you can roam a lot and help other lanes, but when you fight a Lux and a Vi, or at least against that enemy team, I would probably prefer to have Mercury Tread, just because the binding is just so brutal. If Lux hits a binding, then you're, like, I guess, pretty much dead at this point. So, not sure if the Moby Boots will pay off, but we'll see. Yeah, he has to, like, be really careful now. Also, I would probably already think about buying Hex Drinker. I guess he is as well. We'll see if he picks it up before or after Brutalizer. Or goes in. Oh, ultimate still hits. Oh, and Singularity misses as well. That could have been like Talon's dead. He's already pretty low. He needs to get out of there. Lux's poke is too strong. Amumu's waiting in top lane for a gank here. We also see that Irelia went for... What is it? W? Irelia went for the Ninja Tabi first, which I'm not sure about because Renekton is not like the most auto attack depending champion. I think Q, E, his W, all the spells do a lot of, or are a huge part of his damage. Let's see. We see quite a CS difference building up in bot lane. Also mid lane obviously, but in bot lane as well. I guess that's the range advantage that nice and early. Oh, there's one of these roams that could pay off. Yeah. So that's pretty good. Pretty worth, obviously. And oh, nice. And snap with the ultimate. Good roam by Talon. See what Lux does in mid lane. Sorry. No. Which would be this. What's going on with the turret? Oh, I got a good chunk of it. Oh, by the top man. I don't see Aurelia escaping this. Let's see. Nope, don't wait. Should have continued running since Renekton has no boots, I guess. Running would have been the best option right there. I got the bunker, which is good. Also got the pink ward. Maybe an opening for Dragon, but red team also has 4 persons there. And obviously Lux always a danger for stealing those objectives.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Renekton already got that turret. But I already turret there. Saw the Baryon thing, which would be the perfect target, but not enough. Maybe Vi went a little bit overboard there. Too far. Could really follow up. They get another kill onto Lux. Top lane, I guess is going pretty good for the red team, but if that Jinx continues to get fat, she's gonna be a problem. Dragon wasn't taken and not warded. Like Dragon is just worth so much now. Like you have to keep it warded. It's pretty much like the bot lane also needs to be aware of what's happening at Dragon. It has to keep it warded. It's just another another task for jungler / support to get that done. Over to Lux, which is good. Okay, we've got an AFK here. So they know they can pause. Yeah. Yeah, okay, good time to talk about jungle items. So we got different jungle enchantments now, and different jungle upgrades. So basically there's like one item for ganking, which enables your smite to be casted onto champions and slow them thereby. The next one would be the I guess the farming one, which deals AoE and to jungle monsters and stuns them. Also gives 15% of missing health and mana, which is pretty good for farming junglers. Then we have the I think the counter jungle one, which gives you I think bonus movement speed and like other stats when you smite an enemy jungle camp. And then we have the like I call it jungle duel smite, which lets you deal 2 damage to a target for 6 seconds and diminishes his damage for 20% for that time, and makes him visible. So I think that's made for dueling junglers or the other jungler or something like that. Okay, and then each of those you can upgrade into, or you can enchant with 4 different for mages. Then Devora, which is sorta like the old Feral Flare. It gives you some sort of stacks and attack speed. Then we have Warrior, which is for which is just like it builds out of Brutalizer, so it gives like a little cooldown and armor penetration, something like that. And then we have Juggernaut, which is for tanky junglers. Obviously, you can, I think, like you can make up for some like flaws for some junglers. For example, if you have trouble, for example, Warwick, it's a perfect example. If you have trouble, so you obviously have trouble ganking before 6 because your only tool would be like red buff, slow, or whatever your laner has. But with the Chilling Smite, I think it's called, the one that slows, you can still gank before 6 and all the people will stop whining that you're not ganking or you can't gank, something like that. That's pretty good. We see here in this case both junglers opted for the farming smite. Personally, like from what I've seen, I think farming smite and the, which is called blasting smite, sorry, and the chilling smite, which is the slow one, are the better ones. I think the counter jungle one sucks, to be honest, because even if you go counter jungle, like it's so rare that you actually can the bonuses you get, but it's not worth to get it. Well, they're in a pretty bad spot here. Look, got it both with the binding. Can they get the question is that Nami did this. Also like this as well. See what they can do. I think Renix must have a Mumu, probably, if he can queue somewhere.
Killing spree.
But Jinx got the retribution kill on to Lux. What's the ultimate? The Super Mega Death Rocket. After, yep. Ready now, opting for Dragon and okay. I mean, Chalice knew it and tried to get something which is okay, I guess, because Dragon is pretty worth it. Oh no, Jinx gonna die as well. That was not the best move, I have to say. They lost Dragon Vision and had to go back. That's not ideal. I really could like catch up a bit, farm a bit, and obviously got the turret, but I don't think it's worth. I think Dragon is worth much more now. Can't trade with turrets in turn. Let's see. How are we doing item-wise? Aurelia obviously building that Sheen, going for Triforce. The White Veteran X-Men has the Tiamat, obviously went the aggressive route, which I talked about earlier. And yeah, both AD carries opting for Infinity Edge first. Lux went for Blasting, Codex, and then for the Chalice, so will actually Lux will actually go for the Chalice upgrade thingy, Athene's Unholy Grail, right? Despite the blue team having, or barely having, magic damage. Like the only magic damage would be a Moonlight, or maybe blue. Getting got caught here. Should be dead. Yeah. Great. Oh my god. That didn't get the kills though. Well, that was like a good example for overextending when you shouldn't actually do it, I think. Like, I have time now because someone DC'd. What we see here, like if you watch the minimap, there are 4 people, that's not correct, 5 people of the red team in the vicinity of mid lane, and 3 people of the blue team. So, but they only see 2 people. So they think 3 versus 2, good deal for us. Let's go. So what they do is they burst down Caitlyn. But in the meantime, they circle the red team circled them, and even though Irelia teleported down, they lose out the fight. Just because Jinx was in bot lane and they had no vision on the rest of the team. And if you have no vision on the rest of the team, you shouldn't really like overextend or fight for that long. Even if you often I see people not noticing that if you fight for a prolonged time, like for I don't know, like 30 seconds or something like that, you won't like people don't realize that the enemy team will respawn or like gather for the people that are fighting. And sometimes your team doesn't react, so yeah, you're outnumbered and basically die because you stayed too long in an exposed situation because you thought you could kill 1 or 2 people, and then the rest of the enemy team shows up, you get killed, and yeah, it wasn't worth it. Quite a lot of DCs tonight, sadly. Gotta drink something, otherwise I'm gonna die.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So they got mid turret now. Gonna switch to direct camera again. Oh, seems like their next target would be bot lane turret. I mean, yeah, something we see here is both teams sort of have very limited vision. So it's hard for them to kill turrets because their own turrets might have spawned or something like that. But, oh man, this Renekton is just going ham. Well, he's dead, so a little bit unfair. Yeah, we have not like most of it. If you look at the minimap now, we have here 1 ward here and then there's another couple of wards, which is okay, I guess, but yeah. It's hard for them to like estimate where the rest of the team is right now. And then for the other team again, like it's pretty much the same. Yeah, that was pretty much Vi thinking, oh, there's only 1 guy and we could dive him, but the rest of the team caught up. That's the if you stay too long case, which I was just talking about. Should switch to now. Oh yeah, trinkets, another topic. We see only 1 red trinket and not upgraded on the red team. That shouldn't be the case. Like at least Vi should probably pick up a red trinket as well. Whereas, interestingly enough, on the blue team, there are 3 red trinkets and the blue trinket, which is pretty good. But then the jungler, who should be like the first in line to upgrade the trinket, hasn't done that. And I don't know if that's pretty much everything. Yeah, that was 3 versus 1. Again, like sort of a vision problem, I guess. I could like maybe go back. Here. Let's further back, and then let's play this and go for blue team's vision. Okay, so Irelia sees Renekton. Lulu is coming up. They see Karma might be there as well, but 2 for 2 is still good. Renekton pops in, Lux is there, Kate is coming, and suddenly it's looking pretty darn bad for the blue team. Because they couldn't see where they were coming from. Yeah, and that was a pretty good example. little bit faster now. See what's happening. Dragon spawning. What's that? 1 for 1. I guess. Yeah. Lulu should have swapped that trinket like I think at minute 5 or something. Like first back. As support I always swap it first back. Go a little bit faster again to catch up to life. See, dragon spawning soon. Blue team seems to be ready. At least they are in the vicinity there. 2 people missing. Support should never be alone in the lane. Should always be with somebody if you're not warding. Good. No vision by red team. They know though that it's up. Jinx in mid lane. Take. And they get it. If they don't die all, should be there. Yeah, good flash right there. Okay. Oh. Oh. That's good. Yeah. So don't drop like flies. Basically, just move back, play your spirit, regather. After like, it's always a mistake people do. Like they do dragon there, like half health or something like that, or baron, whatever it is. Stick around just to look and maybe get some kills on 1 or 2 people and then die, which makes the objective like not as worth as it would have been before. Sadly, not working out pretty good. And that was like again an example why Merc Treads would have been a better choice, I think, in my opinion. Right there. Ghostblade on Acton. I guess Ghostblade pretty OP right now. Up. Going on. Yeah, I mean it's only 3,000 gold, but it must. I guess it feels like more. Okay, back to life now. They're getting also what coverage now on the red team. They have a decent coverage in the bottom jungle. I don't know if, like what their next target is, but maybe they can make something happen. But the blue team's coverage is pretty. Dragon was overextending there, but wonder to for the Lux laser. Yeah. I mean, if you're tanky and if you're fed, it's fine to go ahead, but you need to have your team behind you. So even if you're fed, if it's 5 versus 1, you need like to be pretty darn fed to make that happen. I wanted to swap to blue team's vision, which is okay. Like right now, like okay. So there, was alone, only Karma was roaming there to help. Now the split pushing Irelia. Dies, which ain't good. Like Irelia obviously has a lot of trouble. Something like this just happened. Next got ahead. Like, that's one way to like get to lead. Especially with someone like Jinx getting the kills. You can like get more and more fed to kill the tanks. Oops. I mean, something I seriously miss is the magic resist on blue team, because Lux does a lot of AoE damage, did a lot of AoE damage, so I'd love to see like at least Aegis on jungler or support. I could even see like Irelia picking that up, like before Irelia something better. Oh, why is still able to duel? There we go. Oh! That was pretty close. Also, like, zero vision there from neither team. Twin Shadow's been picked up by Karma. Interesting. Not sure what I think about that. Would have to ask Doctor, I guess. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if creating the blue trinket before getting like more core items on AD carries. I don't think it is. I think that 500 gold could have been spent in a better way. Not a lot of armor on the red team, so I agree with the choice of Jinx and Gold for getting Last Whisper and Mr. Trollman. Getting a little bit ahead of himself again, but Dragon spawning in 10 minutes, so might have been a good distraction. They could be able to get there in time. Lux is also top lane, so they got the vision. What are they gonna do? Going in. Ultimate speed off. It's hard to decide in those situations. Go for the objective versus go for the kills. That damage. That situation might have been better to just go for the objective. Since it was already low, could have maybe gotten something out of it later on. But they get it anyway. Okay. Hydra and Talon going for a Ghostblade next. We're pretty much even on gold with a 1k difference. Pretty much nothing. I think Vi is going for Barmer since it builds out of these crystalline bracers now. Oh, Talon! Don't be shopping already! He was. Yeah, that Renekton, like, if they group up and fight as a team, that Renekton could carry the whole team together with the Lux. Pretty sure of that.
Never fall.
Still pretty squishy. And the ammo. There's power just diving, doing so much damage, being so tanky despite only building damage. One time spread. Nice flash into the zap. That damage. He's just like killing everyone now. And this is what they failed to do for like the last 5 to 8 minutes, I think. Bloodthirster now on Jinx. I guess he's fine. Somebody needs to protect their bow from that Renekton. Oh, they need to be careful now. I don't know how many people are there. Just for an angle for 2 minutes. Right now, but I don't know if I can get that. No! So close! Okay. Hmm. Okay. What's gonna happen next? Interesting, Caitlyn opting for recurved bow. What is she gonna be like that? Hopefully. I don't like it. She wants like she should go for Badminton or Slate Shift. Like obviously if you need the pushing power you would go for Shift. If you need to like 1 versus 1 or do a lot of single target damage, Badminton. Especially because you already have Infinity Edge. No reason to go for anything that builds out of reserve. That item is just that item at all. Lux went also for the red trinket, which is I guess good, but I could also see her going for the blue trinket also because properly. Partner is hitting a champion next to you. Yeah, Karma. It seems Karma is going for Rabadon, which pretty good. That shields, more speed, more everything. There, they can predict. Example this. Yeah, Hurricane on Caitlyn. Not sure I agree there. Maybe? Oh, maybe not. Push, push, push. Don't go back now. Alright, got top covered. Can get something here. Death timer's already pretty long. I think that's something that changed as well. Death timers. Don't overstay your welcome. Dragon up and pretty good, I think. If a move can get there in time. Where is he? He's walking there right now. Let's see. Vision is there for both teams. They need to do something. Now. Oh, he got it! Oh my god. He didn't even get it with his knife. He used, I think, some standing. Oh my god. I mean, the 4 people died. Yeah, they need to peel for Karma, for Jinx. That is pretty crucial. Good thing Lulu bought the locket, as I mentioned. They can get. Oh, they're too scared. Okay. That talent isn't doing a whole lot, I guess. I don't know. They got pretty good AoE though. Pretty good protection for squishies. Interesting that Lux went for a self zone. Well, guess she wasn't happy with the warding. And yeah. She has like Zonias, then Talon can't do shit. I'm actually pretty surprised she had or saw no need in buying at least the secret armor. Walk in this perfect control. Yes, please. Man, that was. This might be over now. Baron. The game. I mean, she has death cap. Karma has death cap, so that's something she can do now. Okay, Jinx went for Mercurial Scimitar. Oh, she has armor pen now, though. Oh, they can still do the first out of this. They might even be able to get the Baron now. Let's see what Luke wants to do about it. Seems like they don't want to do it. I mean, they could try to get like counter Baron with this now. I think they started too late and they got the Rift weapons, but the Rift got like not good. And they have Flux, also not good. Why? Yeah, they got aborted and who cares that they not get killed all of them. It's potentially too good. Yeah, look at that Jinx. Just delete it. That flash. Do. Then I can once more blood. Baron blood. Bandage cost 6 seconds. Interesting. Huh. I'd probably max W. More 75 damage. What you need to do with Baron now though is you gotta send someone into the lane. Just because like what the Baron buff do is it enhances minions and you have one lane of enhanced minions. Like not the most you can get out of it. Yeah, I think it needs armor pen really badly now. I mean it's not too late but let's see. Why is the next one getting hard again? Thank you. See. 40 minutes into the game, 7,000 gold difference. 18 kills difference. Dragon up again. Oh, I need to, oh, now this is Jinx, like, you can say like either this is Jinx is timing dragon, or this is Amumu not calling, or the supporter, whoever is calling, like not calling out that dragon will be up shortly, which is pretty unfortunate. Despite jungle timers, like I think jungle timers are like a good help, but people won't care if you don't tell them to come there or to be ready in like 1 minute or 30 seconds or like a specific time. That's the last one in the coffin.
Inhibitor has been destroyed.
Never fall.
I do agree with them trading time, so that's a solid thing to do. Well, I guess we can call this one Renekton versus Jinx. Oh, they all did a good job. Okay. So, take a look at the items for now until this thing appears. We have Guardian Angel on Aurelia, as I said. I don't know if Tabi first is the best way to go. Renekton obviously did everything fine, Amumu as well. Yeah, Talon. I don't know, like I'm not sure about the mobility boots and like the decision to not build Hex Drinker or something like that. Like I think Hex Drinker would have maybe saved his life a couple of times or maybe helped him even in duels with Lux. Lux without which is also pretty interesting, buying Morellonomicon after getting Athenes, and not getting Zonias, but Sidestone for some reason. I don't know. Might be some team thing that they decided to be good. 80 carries, I don't really know about that Hurricane, but well, got the Fan Advance as well. Did I see that before? Hopefully. Well, no armor pen though, despite them having a lot of armor, but I guess they did it anyway, so who am I to blame? And then Karma, pretty offensive build, which is okay, I think. Not a lot of magic damage on blue team, so she doesn't really need to buy Locket or something like that. And Lulu, yeah, as I said, Locket a little bit earlier, might have been a good idea to save them from all these Lux ultimates that killed people, but anyways. Okay, so that's it for this game. Thanks for watching.